We're back. Dr. Jacques Despitri of SoHo-MD here at the Bullpen at JPMorgan Chase Healthcare Conference. I'm here with Trent Holland from Piper Heartland Healthcare Capital.
Great to be here.
So can you tell us how you got here?
Sure, yeah. It's a funny story. I did not set out in a career to start in biotech. I came up through Piper Sandler, the 100-year-old investment bank's biopharma investment banking practice, kind of by way of needs of the bank. So that's where I ended up being slotted. I did not have a traditional training in any of the sciences, but first things first, I did my, originally our first deal that I did was for a gene therapy company in the ocular space, and I just fell in love with biotech, and I've been all in ever since.
Wow, that's amazing. And then in terms of how long have you been with the company?
Yeah, I've been with Piper Sandler for 5 years. Like I said, I came up through our biopharma investment banking practice, and then the firm actually asked a few members of the biopharma investment banking team to start a healthcare venture capital fund, and we've been doing that for about 3 years now.
That's interesting. And so when you first got involved with the company, what was it about it that really attracted you? Why did you say that was the direction that you wanted to go into?
From the gene therapy company?
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally it was, I had never seen anything like that before. I was coming right out of undergrad from a finance background, and I didn't even know the possibilities of gene therapy or anything in the science space specifically. And so I was blown away. And so next thing you know, it just unlocked a passion for me of, basically trying to find technologies that would help patients and really make a big impact.
And in terms of the people that you talk to today, what is it that you look for? Like what sticks out to you as being the factors that it seems like this would be a good deal to get involved in?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. Our mandate, we really focus on later stage companies. You can think, Series B, Series C. We tend to like to be the last private capital in that last private capital round before they go public. And just from a overall target profile, we specifically can invest all across healthcare, but we've kind of focused more on the therapeutic space as of late. We've invested in 14 deals to date. Wow. 13 of those have been in the therapeutic category. So we're trying to back good founders with big ideas who can really drive a big impact on the world and specifically for patients. So we've had everything from cell therapy to traditional small molecule mAbs, you name it. We don't really specifically look for any sort of technology, but it's really about the founders and the impact that it can make.
And in terms of the founders, how do they, what are the resources that are provided to them in terms of helping them with their growth and their success once they connect with your group?
Sure. So biotech's a little bit unique in that way that these financing rounds are done through a syndicate. Usually it's 10 to 12 members, and we don't lead the deal specifically. We from a conflict of interest reason, we like to be supportive capital, and so what we end up doing is writing $5 to $7 million checks in that initial round and then building a position from there. So we're really bringing the depth and breadth of Piper Sandler's resources. They can lean on our capital markets team, investment banking teams, equity research teams, and then of course with our banking background, we can kind of help them through that process as well. So again, it's relationship-driven business. We like to think that we're the connectors in the syndicate.
And what's different about, or what's special about, I guess, your group within Piper Sandler? How is it, why is it carved out into this separate group?
Sure. Yeah, it's a good question. Just by way of regulatory issues and reasons, we're completely separate from the bank. We are a wholly owned subsidiary, but the bank really, being a 100-year-old investment bank and focusing specifically on healthcare, that's really where Piper has made their name for themselves. And we saw all these really cool companies coming through the Piper Sandler door, and the partners of the firm really thought it would be a great way to put capital to work behind the great companies that came through the door. And so that's why we were asked to create this fund. Piper Sandler helped seed the fund with $50 million of Piper money, and then we went out and raised LP money an additional $150 million or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And overall, it's been going according to plan.
Well, we started fundraising in 2019, so that was a little bit rocky, to say the least, from a timing perspective. But we closed in 21. It was a little bit of a elongated process there with COVID and things. So things didn't quite go as planned from a market perspective, but from an investing perspective, we've seen some amazing technology, met some amazing people, and from that angle, I would say things are going great.
That's amazing. And then what are you working on now?
Right now, it's the same. It's kind of the same mandate. Looking to meet great people with big ideas, and then investing in the best healthcare companies out there.
Very cool. And what is it that you're looking for in terms of the ask for the Bullpen or in the community?
Yeah, it's a great question. From a Bullpen perspective, I've already met so many great people. My ask would be to continue to reach out. Let me, meet you guys, hear really cool ideas, and make connections, and hopefully I can find some cool companies to invest in.
Very cool. Thank you, Trent Holland from Piper. If you want to learn more about Trent and the work that he's doing, you can go to bullpen.ventures. His link in bio will be there. Thanks.